Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to a secondary class for today. And our lesson is taken from your book, The Traveler 3, and it's a revision. So it means we're going to remember what we have learned in the past week. First of all, we always start with what we'll learn today, and our objectives is, are three. One, use the past simple and the past progressive appropriately. Two, form nouns and adjectives by using appropriate suffixes. And three, revise the uses of the present perfect simple and the present perfect progressive. So as you can see, 1 and 2 and 3 mainly are, it's all about grammar, and which you mainly need the most for your test. So for the first one, we're going to remember the simple past and the past progressive. You remember the simple past, which we form it by a subject and a verb and the second form, or in the simple past. I went yesterday, last week, last month, last year, anything like this. I played, I saw, I wrote, I cooked, I watched, and so on. And a past progressive is any subject with was or were and a verb ing. So we can say I was watching, they were playing, she was cooking, he was writing, and so on. So any subject and was or were and any verb with ing. And for the nouns and adjective, how we change a verb from a noun or a noun into adjective, and so on. And for three, the present perfect and a present perfect progressive. The present perfect, which is have or has, and past participle, like I have written, she has cooked, they have seen, and so on. And a present perfect progressive, have been watching or has been doing, and so on. We'll see more details about this soon. So take a look at this picture. What do you see? It's a man and his child watching TV. So something happened while they're watching TV. So they were watching TV when the bell rang. So the ding dong is the sound of the bell. I mean, someone knocked on the door with a bell, or someone hit the bell at the door. So they were watching TV. This is the first happened. So we use the past continuous, was or were, verb ing. When the bell rang, simple past. The bell rang, it rang, ring, rang, rang. So what do you see? This is what happened in the picture. They were doing something when something else happened. Now let's remember more about how we use the past simple and the past progressive of the verbs in brackets. So complete the text with either the past simple or past progressive. So let me read for you first. On the morning of 15th October 2007, 9 children what? Played or were playing at their local nursery school. When? So whatever when we have past progressive. Suddenly a tornado sirens what? Were starting going off. Tom Stanley, who was the head teacher of the school, has been working, worked, we'll see, or was working in his office at the time. He didn't panic as tornado warnings were common at that time of year. Then the lights what? Went out, and the wind broke his office window, or the lights was going out and or were going out or were breaking his office window. Let's remember that on the morning of 15th October 2007, 9 children, when something happened. So 9 children were playing, children plural, so we use were. Playing, verb ing. This is the past progressive here. So we put it here in the verb play. So 9 children were playing at their local nursery school when suddenly tornado sirens started going off. Tom Stanley was the head teacher of the school, and he was working in his office at that time. He didn't panic as the tornado warnings were common at that time of year. Then the lights went out and the wind broke his office window. And the wind broke his office window. These are the answers. So this is past progressive, simple past, past progressive, simple past, simple past. Were playing, started, was working, went, and broke. Now you remember also we had some words to learn or phrases together, and they mean something different. So when you say bookworm, it's not a worm inside the book, it's a description for someone who loves books too much. And when you say constantly, which is an adverb, you're describing something always happening, continuously happening. Intention, it means you have some plan to do something, and when you come across something, it means you suddenly encounter something. So someone who is a bookworm is someone who likes reading. So number 1 is connected or matched to C. Number 2, constantly, goes to D, all the time. And for 3, intention, it means found by chance. And of course the last one, intention means a plan about what you will do. So 3 for B. And finally, came across for A, found by a chance. So let's together try to see the answers. Someone who's a bookworm, someone who likes reading. So 1 for C. Constantly, all the time, always. Intention, a plan about what you will do. And finally came across, found something by chance. Now also we learned some very good vocabulary that we can use in your unit, which is about natural disasters. So what do we say? We have here now, choose the word or phrase that best completes each sentence. So we have A, B, C, D. We have 4 possible answers. 1 is correct. So 1, when the what? The earthquake erupted, the volcano erupted, avalanche or hurricane erupted, a nearby village was buried in lava. You know lava, that burning fire that comes out from the top of mountain. So we're talking about an eruption of volcano. So number 1 is B, when the volcano erupted and you didn't see this, a volcano erupted, a nearby village was buried in lava. Number 2, the students what? Took a test, are taking a test, were taking a test, or were taken a test when they heard the noise. So you can see when and you can see heard. So what happened first? We have the simple past here, and what comes with the simple past is the past progressive. So the students were taking a test when they heard the noise, so therefore C is for 2. Number 3, the firefighters what? Survived 3 people, searched 3 people, rescued 3 people, or recalled 3 people from the burning building. What firefighters do when they find people trapped inside, what do? They rescue them. So the firefighters, C for 3, rescued 3 people from the burning building. And number 4, Nuha is in her room and she's been as quiet as what? When someone in his room and doesn't make any sound, he's quiet as a mouse or a bee or a feather or a sheet. Yes, that's right. Nuha is in her room and she's been as quiet as a mouse all evening. I don't know what she's doing. So let's check the answers again. So B, volcano for 1, we're taking a test for 2, and rescue 3 people for 3, which is C. And finally A, Nuha is in her room, she's been as quiet as a mouse. Now more about how we change verb into noun, noun into adjective. We have 5 words here, which is possess, and it's a verb. Selfish is an adjective. Conscious is an adjective. Courage is a noun. Intelligence is a noun. So here, we need to change this verb into a noun, and here adjective, we keep it as an adjective, but we have to add a suffix or prefix to mix the meaning, which is maybe the opposite. And conscience, also the same like selfish, we need to add a suffix or prefix to make it, or to make the meaning clear. Courage, we need to change it into an adjective here. It's a noun here. Intelligence also is a noun, and we need to change it into an adjective here. So we have some words here. 1 here, 2 here. They are in order. We need to put them into the spaces and change them either into adjective, adverb, or a noun. So let's find the meaning. The meaning is important. 1. Osama lost his home and all of his what? Possess? No, possess here is a verb. We need a noun. So Osama lost his home and all of his possessions in the hurricane. So possess becomes possession from a verb into a noun. 2. As a person, Naeem is selfish. He thinks of others more than himself. He's not selfish. It's the opposite. He's generous. So he is unselfish. So as a person, Naeem is unselfish. Why? Because he thinks of others more than himself. 3. When the ambulance arrived, the motorcyclist was what? Conscious, but still alive. He was unconscious because of the accident, but he didn't die. He's still alive. So number 3, when the ambulance arrived, the motorcyclist was unconscious. 2, the courage young man. Courage is a noun. We need an adjective here for the young man. So the adjective from courage is courageous, which is brave. So the brave or the courageous young man saved the boy from drowning in the lake. And finally, Arij is very intelligent. Intelligence is a noun. It should be an adjective. So Arij is very intelligent. That's right. She receives excellent results in her exams. Sorry, here are the answers. Possess, possessions, selfish, unselfish, unconscious, courageous, and intelligent. Sorry again. So what we learned today, some grammar about the present perfect, have or has past participle, and a present perfect progressive, some words which we change, and the simple past and the past progressive, and also, sorry, bookworm, someone who loves reading, constantly, always, all the time, intention, a plan, come across, find, suddenly. Here are the references and the resources for you. You can check. And for more information and lessons, you can go to the website. You can follow us on Twitter, and you have a phone number. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Please join me online again, so we can have some questions and answers. Thank you all, and thanks for all those who have watched this lesson. Until I see you again, have a nice day, and Assalamu alaikum.